My role for the community dinner is I plan to help with table decorations, and we've talked about that with Mrs. Hunt. Mrs. Hunt's kind of coordinating that. And then on top of that, I'm going to be there that day, and I'm going to help with making sure that people get seated and cleaning up tables and making sure there's a good turnover. So kind of helping that day and making sure the tables look like really spiffy.
Okay, who are the Varsity Girls?
Hanover Horton.
All right. What food is going to be served during the community dinner?
We're going to have ham, either au gratin or some type of scalloped potatoes, 2 kinds of vegetables, I believe green beans and corn, also some type of dessert.
How many people are you expecting to show up?
Well, we're hoping somewhere around 600, but we're preparing for 750 to 800 if they do show up.
Wow, impressive. Who is the biggest help organizing the dinner?
Right now it's a committee, but Mr. Little is our superintendent is heading up the committee, but there's about 8 or 9 of us that sit on the committee and all have different functions that we have to do to get ready for it.
It's my role in the community dinner to kind of organize what's going on here with students and staff. I'm supposed to be getting volunteers to work that night to set up the tables and do all the serving of the food and the parents. So it's my job to get students and staff in the places they need to be that night. So if people want to volunteer, they need to see me and Mrs. Niswick.
Gift I've ever received, it's actually a family gift, was Billy the Bass. It's a fish, one of those fish things, mounted fish that sings. It's my father-in-law gave it to us, and we kind of pass it around the family periodically. So we re-gifted quite a bit.
The worst Christmas present I've ever gotten was a white shirt with a puppy, and behind the puppy was an American flag, and it was like a 2X, so it was way too big.
Like I'll play kitchen when I was like 11.
Time I got this really ugly vest and it had animal fur on it. It was disgusting. I wanted to vomit.
Last Christmas, my aunt got me a notebook made out of elephant.
One time I got an avocado for Christmas.
My worst Christmas gift is going to have to be hands down workout equipment. And I mean, we're including a workout mat, little barbells, and I think some stupid little CD that came with it. Can you believe that?
My aunt got me a Christmas shirt that said I love Christmas on it.
My brother bought me a pack of pencils for school.
The worst thing I ever got for Christmas was a giant coloring book when I was 12 years old. The worst Christmas present I ever got was when my cat died on Christmas.
The worst Christmas present I ever got was when my dad got me a 3DS box and he stuffed it with underwear and socks.
The worst Christmas present I ever got was a pack of batteries.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph.
The red-nosed reindeer
had a very shiny nose.
First saw it, you would even say it gross.
All the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
I let poor Rudolph. Don't need any reindeer games.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve,
Santa came to say,
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Then all the reindeer loved him.
Shout it out real quick.
Rudolph!
The red-nosed reindeer
Down in history.
Do you recall not long ago when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Blackest fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Blackest fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Blackest fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Blackest fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. What will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? When the nights are long, longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Blackest fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Blackest fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Blackest fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Blackest fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought some corn for
Well, I practice. I went golfing in the winter, like not like in the snow, but there's like a dome where it's like covered so it's warm. Well, practice and also don't cheat.
Why were you successful last season?
I practiced and at practice I worked hard.
Zoe and Alessandra were swinging golf clubs all summer long, and it paid off in the fall. And they were both of the girls were really open to changes and wanting to improve and to do whatever it took to be the golfer that they wanted to be. And it was just great to see their hard work pay off. Advice I have for anybody else who wants to earn such accolades is you have to work during the off season. You don't get better necessarily during the year. Real improvement comes during the off season. So if whatever the sport, if you want to get better at it, take advantage of the off season.
I was successful last season because I had the mentality of Usain Bolt and I worked my butt off. During the off season, I clocked about 160 to 180 miles running. Advice for others seeking honors, such as mine, are make sure you put forth all of your effort and you know what you're doing and you don't mess around.
Isaac's success in cross country was due to his dedication to the sport his willingness to accept constructive criticism, and his Usain Bolt mentality. My advice to those who want to reach all conference or honorable mention all conference honor is to be dedicated to your sport and set attainable goals.
What are your feelings towards Santa?
He's kind of jolly.
How do you feel about Santa going in your house at night while you guys are sleeping?
I think it's pretty great. You know, he just comes into my house, he takes some of my stuff, just eats some random food, he just trusts me. It's great. It's great.
Who is this Santa, and why is he going to people's houses?
Do you own a chimney?
We used to, but no, we took it down. Rain kept.
Since you don't have a chimney, how does Santa get in your house?
I think the back door.
Oh.
We leave it open for him that night.
Why does Santa watch you sleep?
He's just kind of creepy a little bit sometimes.
Did you take your kids to see Santa at the malls? And
Oh yeah. And he cried. They all cry.
If Santa doesn't age, then why does he look so old?
Well, because it's just kind of hard to be around for a long time and not age at all. It takes a lot of work, a lot of products. It's like $1,000 a month I think he spends on lotions.
How do you feel about him coming to your house and just eating all your cookies and carrots?
I mean, I do that every day, so he's not going to have anything to eat.
Does he ever shave his beard?
No, he trims it sometimes.
I like his beard. I want his beard. I want his beard.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been.
Good morning, East Jackson students. Coming up next week on Monday, we need all the hands on deck if we can to help decorate the cafeteria for our community caring dinner, which is coming up on Tuesday, December 15th. So any students that can stick around on Monday to help decorate would be greatly appreciated. And again, we're doing our community caring dinner on Tuesday, December 15th, which is starting at 5:30. So any students that want to volunteer, we could use your help in doing that as well. And we look forward to everybody coming out on the 15th.
Okay, so the question is, what's on my mind for next week? So as far as school goes, I think the two things that are on my mind is we have a big project coming up. It's called Shop with a Cop, where we coordinate with the elementary kids shop, and the high school kids help them around Myers, making sure that they find what they're looking for and make sure that they don't overspend on their monies. And so the second thing I think that's on my mind right now for next week would be getting 7th and 8th graders going on their EDP process, and that's through career cruising, making sure 7th graders understand why it's important to know about careers and to take the surveys, and to make sure that they start thinking about different things that they're good at so that they can have a good fit when they graduate.
We have wrestling starting, cheer starting, we have basketball continuing, boys and girls, so we're excited about that. And of course, the community caring dinner, which is a big deal on the 15th. And looking forward to break, and I'm sure all the students are as well. So.
Next week, I have a pretty busy week. Early in the week, I have to go to the Career Center to get some training on career cruising, and then later in the week, update some EDPs with students. Also have some student meetings next week with parents and students regarding their education plans. Next week, hopefully, again, update student EDPs. And on a personal note, I have to start getting ready for Christmas and have to do some shopping as well.